Hi friends, welcome back to Panicker's blog, Nothing But Life. Today I am talking about belief system. Belief system is the ideology or set of principles that allow us to interpret our everyday life. It is the actual set of percepts which actually helps you to live your life. You cannot perform without these percepts. This governs your thoughts, words, or even actions. There are so many elements which are considered as ripples or subsets of the belief systems. Few are your intuitions, feelings, actions, cultures, or even your convenience. This plays a prominent role in our daily life. A strong belief system has four components: knowledge, vision, intuition, and attitude. Only when the strength of these four components are combined, one is able to do something really great. We'll talk about two belief systems which are actually pulling us down. Number one is the conditional belief system. I will explain this with the help of a story. A man was passing by some elephants. He suddenly stops by seeing that a group of big elephants are tied with thin and loose ropes, and they are not making any attempt to run away. This man was amazed and confused. Suddenly he saw one of the trainer of these elephants, and he went to him. The man asked the trainer why these strong elephants are not making any effort to break this rope and run away. The trainer said, when they are very young and small, we used to tie them with the same rope which are now tied with. At that time, the rope was strong enough to hold them. And those days, they tried many times to break this rope, but they failed again and again, and that actually got conditioned in their mind. So this conditioned belief system actually created an impact on their mind that they cannot break this rope and be free. Even now when they have grown up, they still believe that this rope can still hold them. And that is the reason they are not making any attempt to break the rope. Next is limited belief system. Here I am telling a story which gives an incredible example of instantaneous power of belief. Prior to 1970, no one had ever lifted 500 pounds overhead. Vasily Alexiev, then the world champion, even he failed many times, and even he got frustrated and he has decided to even give up. As Vasily was preparing for a very important competition, his trainers asked him to lift 495 lobs, and they told Vasily, we will continue to lift further weights based on the performance of other lifters. Vasily stepped up and lifted the weight. Friends, actually it was not 495 lobs. His trainers deceived him, and actually what he lifted was 500.5 lobs. And Vasily went on to create a new world record. Through this deception, what the trainers did was they removed that 500 pounds limiting belief from his mind. Friends, your limitations are your limitations because you believed in your limitations. Once that 500-pound limitation was removed from Vasily's mind, he went on to lift 535 pounds in the next 8 months. This is how a limited belief, once broke, can move towards the power of belief. Now, what is actually setting up the beliefs? One main factor is expectations. That expectations from outside and expectations from within, self-expectations. Expectations play a prominent role in setting up the belief system. In other words, people are influenced by the expectations built upon them. I am talking about 3 expectation effects here. Number 1 is Galim Effect. Example, boss telling his employee, you cannot do this. Father telling his son, I know you are going to fail. Friends, I am telling you, both that employee and that son, both are going to fail. Negative expectations leads to negative results. This is Galim Effect. It is nothing but it's a psychological phenomena in which a lower expectations placed upon an individual can lead to the lower performance by the individual. Now next is Pygmalion Effect. It is just the opposite of Galim Effect. Higher expectations placed upon an employee gives higher performance in return. My teacher says, I can crack this exam. My boss says, I can only do this. You know how this Pygmalion Effect works? If you place a higher expectation, then a cycle forms. Teacher thinks student is smart. Teacher starts focusing on the student. Student learns more. Student gets better grades and marks. This is Pygmalion. Now we are moving to the third effect, which is the most important effect. This is called Galatea Effect. Friends, end of the day, what you accomplish is mainly driven by what you think you can. Example, I will do this because I know I can. Means an individual's self-expectation and his opinion about his ability largely determines his performance. So it's all about a shift from Galim to Pygmalion and Pygmalion to Galatea. When one person reaches this Galatea effect, he will be in control of 3 factors which are actually making this Galatea successful. Those 3 factors are, number 1, the possibility, means knowing that the mission is realistic. Number 2 is capacity, the belief in your own ability. And number 3 is merit, working with a positive attitude in attaining this goal. Friends, the belief system is very much linked to self-esteem and self-confidence. So better belief system means better life. Thanks for watching. Wish you all the best.